Hi, I'm John Brassi and I created the TRIP database. And welcome to the second of our How to Use TRIP videos. This one will cover more in-depth features of TRIP than the first. To start with, I'll run through a very brief history of TRIP. I started it back in 1997 in the early days of the internet. I was running a clinical question answering service for the National Health Service in Wales, and the aim was to be quick and evidence-based with the answers. Going from website to website was just inefficient, so I went to the early evidence-based sites and recorded all their content, titles and URLs in a spreadsheet and searched that. A chance conversation with a techie over the corridor from where I worked led to a web version, and we've grown significantly since then. TRIP has now been searched hundreds of millions of times from around the world. Supporting clinical question answering is still at the core, and we're pretty good at that. In our surveys of health professionals, they report that they find answers via TRIP to over 70% of their clinical questions. In short, from a very basic beginning, TRIP has grown to a site that's supported a vast amount of care throughout the world, something we're incredibly proud of. One thing to be clear about is there are two types of TRIP. There is the free version of TRIP, and for subscribers there's the Pro version. In short, the Pro version has more content and more functionality. We have over 100,000 extra systematic reviews for Pro users, and in addition, Pro users have access to significantly more full text articles. Around 70 to 75% of our journal articles link to full text. Regarding the extra functionality, Pro users can export their results, access our advanced search, filter by clinical area, and have unrestricted access to our smart search functionality. Subscriptions to Pro can be for individuals or institutions. Institutional subscribers can get seamless authentication and add in extra link out functionality via link resolvers or LibKey. You will see above the search box the term PICO. This is a great tool to help develop a very focused clinical question, which means better results for you. PICO stands for, well, the P stands for population, so what type of patient or condition are you interested in? For example, diabetes or hypertension. I stands for the intervention. Is there a drug or diagnostic test you're interested in? C stands for comparison. Are you comparing the intervention to something else, for example, a placebo or usual care? And O is the outcome, for example, mortality or morbidity. If you can extract these elements from your clinical question and add them to the relevant boxes, you'll be delighted with the results. But to be clear, you don't need all four elements, but you should have at least two. It's easy to pick up and it'll help you get great results. Alongside the PICO search is the Pro-only advanced search. This is another way to create more focused searching. It allows you to restrict searches to title only, help support phrase searching, exclude terms, and also to restrict by date. We'll not go into it in any detail here, but it's fairly intuitive, so go and try it out. Any problems, then let us know. Under each result you'll see a number of icons, and I'll highlight two main ones, the full text and broken links. In the Pro version, we show alongside every journal article whether we have it as a full text or abstract only. This icon means we have it as full text. In the free version, we show the yellow Pro badge to signify that if you were a Pro user, you'd have access to the full text. As mentioned, this is the case in 70 to 75% of all journal articles. The other important icon is the broken link, which can be seen here. Occasionally URLs change, and this can break the links TRIP has. By clicking on the broken link icon, it sends a message to us to investigate. This is helpful for us and also fellow TRIP users. For information on the other icons, please visit the results page key link. Export is another Pro-only feature. This allows users to export the results to reference management software or to download it as a CSV file or even email the results. The export function has 4 steps. Firstly, click the export button, then decide which articles you want to export, for instance all articles or just those you've selected using the tick box to the left of each result. Then you decide what format, .ras for use in reference management software, CSV or email, and then press the download button. It's as simple as that. One final thing to mention is that we encourage users to register, which is free. It has a number of benefits. For instance, as you register, you can tell us your clinical interests, and every month we send you a personalised email highlighting the latest evidence to support your work. Keeping on top of the evidence can be hard, and TRIP is helping you along the way. Another advantage is that you can be kept informed of the latest developments at TRIP, the new features, things like that. If you've not already registered now. It only takes a few minutes. That's all for this video. I hope you found it useful. Look out for more in-depth videos helping to show TRIP in greater detail. Thank you.